Thanks for watching County Report this week. I'm Susan Kennedy. AAA reports gas prices are approaching record levels in Montgomery County, while the Department of Energy estimates the average driver here is already paying $20 more at the pump this year compared to the end of last year. Sonia Burke reports that local residents are not happy about the rising cost to fill up their gas tanks. Sonia?
There's no doubt consumers are paying more at the pump, and they're griping about it too. We talked to one gas station owner in Gaithersburg who said he feels like a villain when he has to change the pricing signs in front of his station because of the looks he's receiving from people passing by. As for drivers, well, they all told us the same thing. Enough is enough.
This is killing me.
This is definitely a big deal for my family.
They're way too high.
One Gaithersburg gas station owner dreads the days he has to change the prices on the signs out in front of his station.
I walk in the front door, people are looking at me like, again? You know, it's like it's a weekly thing now. Sometimes 2-3 times a week we have to change the prices. And I feel bad going out there, but we have to, you know, we're in the business to make a little bit of money.
Some local governments are now posting links on their websites to help residents find the area's cheapest gas.
We have a link right on the front page of our city website. We're trying to use technology to spread this information broadly and inexpensively for the taxpayer. We're also really focused on mixed-use, smart growth developments, which will help reduce the need for folks to drive around in their cars because hopefully they'll be able to walk to their stores and offices and schools and parks.
Residents are also mapping out their destinations before getting behind the wheel.
Drive less, try to combine trips when I'm going out to do some shopping. In fact, right now I'm combining a trip with my son's dentist appointment, onto the vet, and then back home. But it's really ridiculous.
Montgomery County's Consumer Protection Director said that's a good idea.
Well, consumers really need to organize their trips so they're not running up and down Rockville Pike.
While gas prices are currently hovering around the $4 mark, some analysts are predicting they will top an all-time high by Memorial Day weekend.
I have heard, you know, usually before the Memorial weekend, it'll just every year I think has gone up, you know, so right now it's about $4. A lot of places, you know, $4.10, $4.20. Depends where you go. In DC is more than that.
Only time will tell if the prices will drop before the busy summer season. I'm Sonia Burke reporting.
Montgomery County Executive Isaiah Leggett met with Miguel Ventura, governor of the Department of Morazan in El Salvador. Last summer, Executive Leggett led a delegation of about 70 county residents that traveled to El Salvador, where a sister city agreement was executed between Montgomery and Morazan.
Morazan and the governor in particular have a priority of bringing a post-secondary institution to the state of Morazan. Actually, they don't have one right now, and young people have to travel at their own expense to be able to continue their education. So they've been able to get the University of San Salvador to do a pilot study to set up a satellite site there. And the governor met with Dr. Pollard yesterday to see how Montgomery College can help support in technical assistance and maybe the possibility of setting up a language school for our students to go and practice there and various other opportunities.
Thus far, Montgomery County Habitat for Humanity has committed to building 38 homes in Morazan, and the Sister Cities Committee has sent medical equipment and educational supplies to El Salvador. The county is home to approximately 50,000 Salvadorans. Voters went to the polls in Maryland for this year's primary election, and there weren't too many surprises. First, starting in the Senate, Ben Cardin won the Democratic nomination. He will be challenged by Republican Daniel Bongino. In the 6th Congressional District, John Delaney has secured the Democratic nomination. He will face off against incumbent Roscoe Bartlett. The 8th Congressional District has incumbent Chris Van Hollen up against Ken Timmerman. And in the race for Montgomery County School Board, Phil Kaufman and Morris Panner will advance to the general election. However, in District 2, we have a very tight race with more than 4,000 absentee ballots yet to be counted. Those results will be official on April 16th. Newly popular technologies such as license plate readers are used to help identify criminals, but some say they could be an invasion of privacy. In Montgomery County, there are 36 license plate readers mounted on police cars. The plates are photographed and compared against a list of plates wanted by police. Councilmember Phil Andrews gave us his thoughts on this new tool.
They are a very useful tool for police. What we need to do is to have a policy that addresses very clearly who has access to the information, how is the information used, and how is it retained. For what length of time, who continues to have access to it at this point or perhaps later on. So those are the sort of issues that the Public Safety Committee is going to speak with the police about when we meet with them.
It's official. Montgomery County has its own Spanish language radio show on Radio America 1540 AM. Montgomery Al Dia has been launched, and our own Lorna Virgili will be the host of this weekly show. Here's the story.
Muy buenas tardes y bienvenidos a Montgomery al Día. Buenas tardes, querida Madeline Portalatin, quien va a estar...
Montgomery al Día, or Montgomery Today, becomes the county's newest tool to reach out to the fast-growing Hispanic community.
Well, we're fortunate in Montgomery County to have so many people from literally all around the world who made Montgomery County home. And a large portion of that is our Latino community. And so this program will allow us to reach a broader level of participation from our community. I think that it's a wonderful venue. We can have people with constant dialogue, a wonderful station that I think will have an asset to all of us. So I look forward to many more months and years of community service through a broad communication base that I think we have here with WACA.
The weekly show will take place live every Tuesday at 2 p.m. and it will involve interviews, PSAs, and public call-ins with a collaboration of county departments and county council.
Budget as I send it over to you.
That was going to be my question.
Diciendo todas esas cosas buenas, ojalá que el concejal...
Inaugural show took place with appearances of the county executive, Department of Environmental Protection Director Bob Hoyt, and Recreation Director Gabe Albornoz.
The Department of Recreation is thrilled to be participating in this effort because radio is an important medium in the Latino community, and a lot of people get their information through radio. And so this is a great opportunity for us to let the community know about all the wonderful programs and services they have that they pay for as county taxpayers, and that we hope they take advantage of.
We're very excited about this. We really try to reach out to the Latino community. We need help in all our programs, in our recycling programs, in our stream cleanup programs, all our litter programs, and we really need an avenue to be able to reach out to that community.
The show will also have a television component. Montgomery al Dia will be recorded live on tape at the Radio America studios and broadcasted every week on County Cable Montgomery.
Los dos comités tienen responsabilidad para asegurar vivienda para personas pobres y sin hogar.
Councilmember George Leventhal called in during the first show, expressing support and future collaboration. To listen to the live broadcast of Montgomery al Dia every Tuesday at 2 p.m., visit radioamerica.net. To view archived television shows, visit montgomerycountymd.gov. For County Report This Week, I'm Lorna Virgili.
Still to come on County Report This Week, we'll show you how some of this county's seniors are giving back to the community. And Montgomery College hosts an entrepreneur who believes in the American dream. When County Report This Week continues.
It's called PEG Television, and it's an important part of your community. PEG, or Government and Community Channels, provide all citizens with free information about local community events and what's going on in Montgomery County. It's our window on the world of diversity that makes Montgomery County a great place to live. It's the arts. It's the latest in local news. And culture. And it's about staying up to date on today's issues. The county supplies the fiber optic network that links most public schools and county government offices. But the Comcast franchise agreement that supports these PEG channels is ending. You have an important voice in future funding, helping the county determine what types of services you want to see on cable and online in the coming decade. The more information you provide in the upcoming focus groups, the better the franchise will be for all residents. So come on out to any of the Comcast forums and make your voice be heard.
Welcome back to County Report this week. Residents of the Riderwood Senior Citizens community are paying it forward to the next generation, supporting the educational dreams of some area high school students. MCPS has the story.
For 35 local high school students, dreams of attending college are a little closer to reality thanks to the help of a scholarship campaign by the residents of the Riderwood Senior Citizens community. Residents and staff of Riderwood gathered on Tuesday, March 20th at a ceremony to award a deserving group of student employees with generous college scholarships. And what a night it was.
This is one of my favorite nights of the year.
Riderwood residents, staff, and families raised more than $215,000 to award each student with $6,000.
I see a clue.
For the students, 25 of whom are from various MCPS high schools, including Blake, Paint Branch, Springbrook, Blair, Sherwood, and John F. Kennedy, these scholarships have helped to ease the financial burdens of college and open doors for the future.
It helps me in so many ways. Financial need, it's difficult going to college right now.
I always tell them, aim high, aim as high as you can and work hard. And we have a lot of programs here to support them even while they are in college.
Recipients are selected by a scholarship committee. Eligible students must have worked 1,000 hours or for a minimum of 2 years at Riderwood and maintain a 3.0 GPA. The committee members check transcripts and review recommendations from the student supervisors as well as the residents. As employees in the dining hall, residents are not allowed to tip the students, so
the only way to say to these youngsters that we love you and we want you to move forward is the scholarship as well as the staff appreciation fund.
This is wonderful. There are very few places that give scholarships this large and are so encouraging to the students. You can tell that they really love the students and the students love working here, so it's just a thrill.
And for the students, the relationships, support, and scholarships that they have received are invaluable.
The way that they show support for us, it just helps us go off into the bigger world, knowing that this gift, the generous gift, is just their way of showing that they love us.
Adama Karuma.
The annual Street Smart campaign is officially underway, and Officer Janelle Smith from Montgomery County Police is here to tell us more about it. Officer, what can you tell us about this program?
Well, Susan, as spring weather arrives, law enforcement agencies throughout the D.C. region are kicking off the 2012 Street Smart campaign. The Street Smart campaign is an annual public awareness campaign that increases public awareness of pedestrian and traffic safety. The campaign incorporates radio, television, and newspaper advertisements to increase public awareness, as well as ask police officers to increase their focus on enforcement of these laws. Violations of these laws lead to citations and fines. The main focus of the campaign is to remind everyone that safety is the responsibility of all who use our roadways.
That's good information folks need to be aware in the month of April, and we're really looking just to reduce fatalities out there, aren't we?
Yes, Susan.
Okay, great. Thanks so much for coming out. Officer Janelle Smith, Montgomery County Police. On April 11th, Montgomery College Germantown campus is hosting its last lecture in the semester of its speaker series. Successful entrepreneur Frank Islam will give a lecture about the global economy and how to renew the American dream. Danielle Stesky has more details.
Frank Islam was born in India. He was 15 years old when he left his family to study in the United States. He came with an American professor who was enthusiastic about education.
He sort of took me under his umbrella, under his shelter, and he gave me shelter in his house. He educated me.
Islam studied at the University of Colorado and earned his bachelor's and master's degree in computer science.
My choices were limited because that's what most of the jobs were, Danielle, so I felt the computer science degree was important for me to attain a job, to create a job, and to build a business.
When he was done with his studies, he came to the Washington metropolitan area and worked in the government contracting business. In 1994, he started his own company.
And I grew it to $300 million in 12 years from $1. and from 1 employee to 2,000 employees.
The company was sold in 2007 for several $1 million. As a successful entrepreneur, Mr. Islam knows the importance of higher education and training.
Community college plays a very important role in creating jobs, building a prosperity, creating a wealth, and creating the skilled workforce so that we can compete in the global marketplace.
On April 11th at 7 p.m., Frank Islam will give a lecture at Globe Hall. He will talk about the global economy and his book, Renewing the American Dream.
This book is about defining the America, how to be competitive in the 21st century. It is about what we need to do to establish the programs, plans, and policies to reinvigorate the middle class, to reignite the manufacturing sectors, and to unleash the potential of the small business and entrepreneurs.
And for the students who want advice?
Number one, be true to yourself. You have a very short time on this planet of Earth. It is important for you to learn something new every day. Don't waste your time.
Recently, the county's Truancy Court pilot program received funding from the federal government, which allowed the program to continue. The program has truant students meet with judges and work with school administrators to find out why that student is missing school. The Council's Education Committee received an update on this program, which has so far proven to be successful.
What this program really has shown is that if you have a relationship with an adult in a school building, it is so extraordinary and important to these young people. So we know that this has been very successful because of that. Relationships with young people are very important in the school building.
Up next on County Report, we'll bring you a story about how horseback riding is allowing some special folks to explore new worlds. We'll be right back. Welcome back. Great and Small is a partnership with Montgomery Parks that provides therapeutic horseback riding lessons to persons with a wide range of disabilities. In this piece, we see just how this program is connecting horses to humans in a healing environment.
My name is Rachel Neff. I'm the Director of Farm and Equine Operations here at Great and Small. Great and Small is a therapeutic riding center. So we teach horseback riding to people with disabilities.
And swing over. Got it?
Look. This is Dylan, and it's called hippotherapy. And the reasons that we're doing it is to for his confidence.
Pick up your reins.
It's called sensory processing disorder. And it tends to be common in boys. You tend to have a lot of energy and you can't really focus.
What are the magic words?
Walk on.
Walk on it is. And
because you're kind of, it's like an inner spinning, you know, where everything's going so fast. So this whole therapy is just to like really to do calming, inner calming, so that he can focus and that he can learn and that he just has more confidence and that he feels good about himself and to decrease anxiety and all of that. So it's been wonderful. I tell everyone about it. I love it.
So the horse is a wonderful mirror of the human emotions, and the horse doesn't lie to you.
Do you want to try? Yeah. Okay.
So you get exactly what you asked for.
And sit up and say, whoa.
If you lost your attention in the middle of whatever you were doing, the horse stops or runs into the fence or, you know, and redirects their attention back to the task at hand.
You come back over to the fence and you've changed direction. When we took him over to see the stuffed animals, that's recognition, identifying, and it's also reaching away from center. In other words, when he reaches towards the animal, it gets him up out of the saddle. He forgets he's on a horse. When we went down to The rings on the cones, same idea. It's recognizing the colors. What color?
Green. What's that? Yellow.
It's reaching out and being comfortable and getting good balance. That's what we're working on with him.
When are we going outside?
We got to put the other stuffed animals in the buckets.
Okay.
Okay? He likes to go outside. Part of this is to have fun. A big part of this is to always have fun. Try to put little learning skills in there, but basically having fun.
That was fun.
Was that fun?
Montgomery County residential roadways are in the midst of getting a spring cleaning of sorts. The annual street sweeping program on the county's 5,000 curb miles of roads has begun. It's a joint effort between the Department of Transportation and the Department of the Environment. Officials say the sweeping will help remove more than 3,000 tons of material that might otherwise end up in county streams. For a schedule of the program, visit montgomerycountymd.gov/MCDOT and go to the Highway Services. When we come back, we'll show you how Montgomery County is recognizing Earth Day throughout the month of April. And Kathy Stanhope will be here with our Pet of the Week when County Report This Week continues.
The MC community has voted, and we are now the Montgomery College Raptors. The new mascot, along with the recently revealed school colors, unifies MC's 3 campuses and embodies the spirit of the college. A college-wide contest is now underway to design the mascot logo. Registration for summer classes at MC has just begun, so there's time to sign up for the class you want when you want it. Check out the schedule and register online anytime, 24 hours a day. Sanjay Suchak, MC's official photographer, recently had his work exhibited in Frederick. He joined 4 other artists in the 5 Photogs, 5 Visions exhibit at the Frederick Cultural Arts Center. Mr. Suchak's work was part of his America series that details daily life across the country. For more information about the endless possibilities at your community college, visit our website.
Welcome back. Earth Day is April 22nd, but in Montgomery County, we celebrate it during the entire month of April. One of the biggest events for Earth Day is the Extreme Cleanup Day, planned by the Rock Creek Conservancy on April 14th. Here's Susan Stark with the story.
In 2011, with thousands of volunteers and a 33-square-mile area covered, Rock Creek Conservancy expanded its stream teams to over 55 teams across D.C. and Montgomery County.
Well, since Rock Creek Conservancy was founded, the number of cleanups has grown dramatically each year. We did a big push 4 years ago to increase the number. And in previous years there might be 10 or 12 cleanups along Rock Creek, and we now have it up to over 50, which is really exciting. Because our goal is to clean the entire creek, and it takes a lot of people, and you have to work in a lot of spots to do that.
But trash still accumulates through littering and illegal dumping. When it rains, litter, mostly plastic bags and bottles, from street gutters in surrounding neighborhoods wash into the storm sewer system that drains straight into the nearest creek.
Since Rock Creek Conservancy started doing the cleanups 4 years ago, we've seen dramatic changes in the amount of litter. The first year we pulled out 29 tons of junk, basically tires and refrigerators, car parts, and that kind of thing. And that the amount of junk we pull out each year has dropped a lot because the park is cleaner. We've gotten out a lot of what we call the vintage trash that had been there for years and years and years. That's now gone. And what we see now is the trash that just comes in each year, whether it's litter or people kind of illegally dumping in the park.
This year, with the Alice Ferguson Foundation and many other local organizations, you can help by volunteering on April 14th at the 4th Annual Extreme Cleanup.
Our goal is to really connect people to Rock Creek. There are more than 500,000 people who live in the neighborhoods along Rock Creek, and we would love to involve them in protecting the creek and the parks. And our goal is to have people really work in the spot near them. You don't have to go very far to make a difference, and we like to provide opportunities where people can make a difference right in their neighborhood, and that's what we're about.
To find a cleanup site near you or to find out about more Earth Day events, go to mygreenmontgomery.org. In this week's transportation update, Tom Pogue has information about an upcoming program that helps needy families in our area.
Hi, I'm Tom Pogue, Community Relations Manager for the Department of Transportation. Here's an update from Montgomery County. Ride-on bus passengers can help needy families and ride free by donating canned or non-perishable food during our 25th annual Give and Ride food drive. Ride-on will collect donations from Sunday, April 22nd through Saturday, April 28th. Food collection bags will be placed near the fare boxes on all Ride-on buses. In addition to non-perishable food, children's items are also needed. Disposable diapers, formula, baby or toddler food, and juice are especially useful to families in need. Please donate products in unbreakable containers. Food collected through the drive goes to the Manna Food Center, which feeds more than 3,000 hungry families a month. Manna has seen nearly a 10% increase in the number of families needing assistance compared to last year, so your help is badly needed. Several years ago, the drive was shifted to the spring to help Manna stock its shelves at a time when their food supplies tend to get low. For information on Give and Ride, call 311 or go to the county's website at montgomerycountymd.gov/rideon. We're working to keep you moving compassionately.
In our Pet of the Week segment, Kathy Stanhope introduces us to a male cat named Bingo.
Hi, this is Kathy Stanhope with your Pet of the Week at the Montgomery County Humane Society. And tonight we have Bingo here. Now this is what my friend always tells me is a money cat. When you have an orange cat, you attract money. Not a superstition that I've ever heard of, but my girlfriend swears it's true. He is about 10 months old. He will be neutered upon adoption. And he was given up because his previous owner had just had too many cats to care for, and she had to let someone go. And unfortunately for Bingo, she let him go. Actually, maybe fortunately, maybe you'll come down and adopt him, and he'll wind up in a home where he's the only cat, and you can shower him with love and attention. He's kind of a medium, short, long-haired cat, not real long, not too short, but he's very sweet. He likes to be pet. He likes to love. He gets along very well with people and other animals, and he doesn't know me at all, but he's just settling in really nicely. He's a nice guy. Bingo wants you to come down and meet him because he would love to have a home. When he's here at the shelter, he's in a tiny little cage, and he really wants to get out of that cage and sit on your lap. Oh, there we go, Bingo. He wants you to come and get him right away. Come see him down at the shelter or visit him on the web at mchumane.org. or give us a call at 240-773-5967. Bingo wants to go home. And remember, we're always looking for people to be foster parents too. So if you're not in a situation where you can adopt right now and take in a pet permanently, and you'd like to have a little company once in a while, apply to be a foster parent. You don't have to have any other experience or any other qualifications except for a love for animals. And if you own your own home, it's great. And if you do rent, you have to have permission from your landlord. So go visit our web and find out about being a foster owner, because the more animals that we can get out of these cages, it's really so much better for them, and it brings so much to your life. So give us a call, 240-773-5967. Right, Bingo?
And finally, don't forget the Council will be holding public hearings on the fiscal year 13 operating budget starting soon. More than 150 people are expected to testify about specific items and the general structure of the budget. Spaces are limited for those who want to speak. To register, call 240-777-7803. Well, that wraps up this edition of County Report This Week. Be sure to tune in again next week for a look at what's going on inside Montgomery County. And if you are social networking, you can like us on Facebook. I'm Susan Kennedy. Have a great week.